did you find that tape?
Secret compartment. He recorded everything.
I decided to continue with the VHS series a bit earlier this year, as I think of a different theme for movie reviews this Halloween. I also checked out the Creepshow series recently, which is produced by Shudder, and as the more recent VHS movies are also produced by Shudder, and VHS 94 might be released soon in my region, I thought I'd just watch the next one, which is considered the worst. VHS Viral is the shortest one and as far as I know the only movie in the series which has one of its episodes as an extra instead of in the movie, as it didn't fit the overall theme of the film. That was also the last thing which the director of the short made, and before that he made the notoriously bad The Apparition. So yeah, that's already a good sign. While I have watched the movie before, I did not see the short, and bought the special edition so I could have a look at it. It will most likely not be worth it, though this time we get segments by Marcel Sarmiento, who made Dead Girl, Greg Bishop, who made Dance of the Dead, Nacho Vigalondo, who made the hidden gem Time Crimes, and Colossal, Justin Benzo and Aaron Scott Moorhead, who directed some TV episodes, and of course Todd Lincoln, who made The Apparition. But let's have a look if it's really as bad as people say, or if it might be an okay horror anthology. The wraparound story is about a couple who sees an ice cream truck drive around and wreaking havoc, while the police is chasing it. The boyfriend tries to make a video of it in hopes to have it go viral. I guess that's where the name is coming from. When the truck drives by their street, his girlfriend is walking around and is dazed and confused, while a cop tries to get him off the street, but the boyfriend refuses and wants to get to his girlfriend. When the cop gets hit by the truck, his girlfriend disappears and he gets messages on his phone from his girlfriend in panic. He grabs a bike and follows the truck, assuming she is in there. During his chase, he receives distorted videos showing sometimes frames from the previous movie's segments, like Amateur Night and Safe Haven. While driving around, the boyfriend sees the city turning more and more into chaos. People getting killed in freak accidents, killing each other, fire starting all around the city, and people watching odd videos or having the truck nearby. Eventually there will be a bigger event which occurs because of all of this. The wraparound offers some more story, action and violence than the other frame stories in the series so far, which feels highly unnecessary though. There's also a garden party with some Latinos which feels very unnecessary. Some guys on bicycles getting killed and the ending seems way too big and grand, causing a point of no return in the outside world, which seemingly has never been referenced later on in the series. It's a classic case of wanting to achieve so much and ending up being kind of meaningless. I think I do prefer the wraparound from the second movie. It's not terrible, it's kind of okay, but it just feels like a lot of time, money and effort was put into this here, which just is not unnecessary as I already mentioned. So let's continue with the first real story. Dante the Great by Greg Bishop. We see Dante played by Justin Welborn, who is a wannabe magician, who one day discovers the cloak of Harry Houdini, which is actually magic. Filmed like an unfinished TV special, it shows some footage of him figuring out how to do magic and what the cloak wants. As it turns out, the cloak seems to be a creature which needs to be fed, and Dante wants to continue using magic, and so he starts offering people to the cloak. Things get more complicated when his latest assistant gets involved and finds tapes of him killing and luring people to the cloak. This one is effects heavy, has a lot of quick cuts and action, and a lot of shots which make no sense for a found footage movie. Especially the ending and epilogue include many shots which can't be filmed by anyone. It also doesn't show real footage mixed with recreated scenes, so it doesn't make any sense. The idea itself is nice, but it's not scary. Not that bloody, and as I said, it doesn't follow the found footage concept. In the end it's nice, but more on the mediocre side. Next up is Nacho Vigalando's entry, which is also odd as it's filmed completely in Spanish. I think it's the only episode in the VHS series which is not filmed in English. It's pretty out there as it focuses on a guy who made a machine which opens a gate to another dimension, and that in his garage. Yeah, this guy is seemingly smarter than Einstein and Nikola Tesla combined and just built that machine in his garage. His wife calls him to bed, but first he starts his machine and it actually works. The Spanish Rick Sanchez sees his doppelganger on the other side of the machine and they both film the experiment. They decide to switch places for 15 minutes and each one sees the other one's life. Our guy is entering the living room and sees his wife in a negligee, and two other men, seemingly they want to get it on. But things are odd in this universe. On the TV is a video of some kind of satanic ritual, and he decides to send the man off. When he goes outside, he sees a blimp with an upside down cross. The two men are also still there, and think they will get some action today. They corner our guy and expose themselves to him. Well, they have, right, monster genitals. Yeah, the other universe is a demonic, satanistic world in which demons have monster. While he is fighting off the demons, he tries to get back to his universe where the other guy is standing next to his sleeping wife. Nacho seems to be obsessed with time travel and other universes, with evil doppelgangers. His short for ABCs of Death has also another universe and evil doppelgangers as theme. Time Crimes also has kind of a doppelganger theme. It does follow the found footage theme much closer and has an interesting story. But the story really gets ridiculous once the monster genitals are visible. I don't know why they even thought it was necessary. Having something else demonic which isn't visible at first would have been much better. Having monster genitals is just ridiculous and kind of unintentionally funny. But as is, even with the nice payoff, it's just okay. The last episode is called Bone Storm, directed by two TV directors. It's about two skaters who have paid a pretty incompetent cameraman who is filming them doing tricks and shooting in the air a couple of times for no reason. The thing is also, they try to make the characters likable scams. They give someone their last money, they are mostly nice except towards the cameraman who is a buffoon. They eventually decide to go to Mexico to a specific skate park, and all because there is weed in Tijuana. I think that episode was supposed to be more comedic, but it's not really funny. Once they get to the skate area, which is a dry canal, they soon see a mysterious woman in the canal. As they look around, some cultists appear, and when the cameraman is getting attacked, they fight back. The problem is just the cultists keep getting up again. It's more action-packed and with some blood, but it's not scary, not funny, and in the end, pointless. There are also too many cuts. I would say it also doesn't really make sense at times. At one point, one of the guys says he ran out of bullets, but later on it seems like the same guy fires another shot when in danger. Was it the same guy? And if no, why was the other guy not shooting before? It's not that good in the end. And the last couple of shots feel like a much worse version of the end of the safe haven segment in the second one. I also want to quickly talk about the bonus segment here. Gorgeous Vortex, which is a surreal episode, I guess. It's without any dialogue, which barely makes sense and doesn't follow the found footage concept at all. And that's probably not the only reason why they cut it. It's pretty bad. It's the worst episode of any VHS movie by far. It's just a model being filmed, then a bunch of other models capture her, and the monster is there seemingly influencing the other models. That's it.
It stinks. It stinks.
Yeah, that was not worth it. Overall, VHS Viral isn't quite as bad as people say, but it's definitely the worst one I've seen. In a time when we were flooded with anthologies, a lot of them rather mixed, this one was one of the weaker ones. There is some talent here, but it doesn't convince in any way, unfortunately. Dante the Great could have been fleshed out as a mockumentary which follows the idea more strictly. Nacho's short about the parallel universe could have been better without the demonic genitals. Bone Storm could have been better with more likable characters and some actually funny jokes. The bonus episode is just plain bad, and I don't think you can redeem it in any way unless you put a lot of effort and new ideas in it. It is below average, but it's not like one of the worst movies ever made. And I will give VHS Viral a 4 out of 10.
God, turn it off. It's not funny.
Keep going, we could edit that out.
Inside, it's not safe out here. I'll tase your ass if you don't get inside right now.